dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Justin Case. 1 year ago today, Tyler North didn't show up for work and family knew right then that something bad had happened. Today, they continue to fight and pray for answers in hopes that something will come up. WYMT's Lauren McCord talked with Tyler's aunt, who says though time passes, their hearts have not healed.
A nightmare one family can't wake up from.
Nothing's gotten easier, and now we're left with these questions.
Something they never thought would hit so close to home.
We first said how unbelievable it was because it's something we watched on TV.
1 year ago, Tyler North did not show up for a shift in the coal mines, and family knew right then something was wrong.
Oh, we knew. We knew because there's no way he would have just left.
Later on, his truck turned up destroyed, but still no Tyler.
Every day you get a little bit more angrier and more upset because it's still nothing.
365 days without answers.
And you have a mom that's sitting over every day that's just begging for her boy.
And a family with broken hearts.
She's still holding out hope that he'll, her baby will walk through the door.
As time goes on,
seems like it's still just yesterday it happened.
The pain of losing Tyler doesn't fade.
Let justice come later, but let us have him.
But until they have answers, they will not have peace. In Harlan County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
The family asks if you have any information about Tyler North to contact Kentucky State Police.
It was definitely a stormy afternoon, but we've seen those showers and storms move out of the area. Now we are seeing a beautiful sunset. As we look over this one, it was taken in Hatfield, Kentucky by Mary, one of our WYMT weather spotters. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see a little bit of that patchy fog setting up over there as well. And this was from one of our other spotters, Spencer, over into Wolfe County. The sunset was just absolutely gorgeous after a very stormy day. It was nice to see just a beautiful sunset. There's a look at that line of showers and storms that moved through. They were on the strong to severe side, even produced a couple of tornado warnings. We did not have any tornadoes, though, touch down in our area. And as we scan the skies now, finally a clean sweep, seeing a little bit of backscatter from the radar there. But other than that, we're looking pretty good as we head into the rest of those overnight hours. Mid-60s, calm conditions, but patchy dense fog is going to be possible late tonight, early into tomorrow as well. Finally seeing drier conditions set up, drier weather finally returning to the mountains. We will start to warm up a little bit after your Tuesday. We'll talk about some weekend rain chances as well, but overall, Justin, this next work week is looking a lot better than the past.
Paige, thank you. And those storms Paige was just talking about, those afternoon storms took a toll on Owsley County just south of Boonville. The sheriff's office says 2 trees fell on homes. One of those trees also fell on power lines, leaving hundreds without power along Highway 11. Luckily, no injuries were reported. Crews are working to restore power, clear debris, and help the community.
I grew up in this community, born and raised here, and it's just a way to give back. Under the sheriff's office and the other deputy and the sheriff and the secretary, just proud to be in my hometown and be able to help when I can.
Owsley County was under a tornado warning, but it's not confirmed that one was in the area. One Pike County man was shot and seriously injured early Sunday morning in Lexington. Police say one man grabbed a gun and shot Cameron Catron after a fight outside of Two Keys Tavern around 1:30 in the morning. Catron played football at Belfry High School and now plays at Eastern Kentucky University. Belfry football head coach Philip Haywood says Catron's tough attitude will help him through recovery.
I'm not the doctor or anything like that, but I feel confident that if it's at all possible, he will certainly be able to work his way through this.
We talked with Cameron Catron's mother. She says the doctors told her he was nearly dead when he arrived at the hospital. However, this afternoon, Cameron had surgery and we are told it was successful. You can find this full story over on WYMT.com. Employers and addiction center representatives came together in Lexington today for the Kentucky Opioid Summit. At the event, speakers addressed how the epidemic is a growing concern for the state's workforce. Leaders of different treatment centers like Kayla Parsons with Addiction Recovery Care offer ways to help people not only recover but also land a job.
A major component of our program is vocational training, giving our clients a purpose for life. And we've really found that that is kind of the trick to getting somebody into long-lasting recovery.
There are several treatment centers in the state that help people find jobs while in recovery. People at the event say one of the problems those in recovery face is fighting the stigmas about drug users when they apply for a job. Art and education, art and business. Those are the connections being made this week in downtown Harlan as part of the Workforce Development Program through Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. Dozens of people are painting giant murals in the city. I met with some of the artists and organizers today to learn how this project is helping local people and local businesses. This is only the second year of the Great Mountain Mural and Community Design Megafest. For the artists bringing these images to life, it's so much more than brushstrokes on brick.
They did workshops on how to run your business and how to negotiate contracts, as well as workshops on specific techniques of installing murals and different styles.
For muralist Ryan Coots, this is personal. The Harlan County native takes pride knowing he is helping bring new life to downtown Harlan.
People hear that local people did it and they say, well, maybe I could do that. And so there's an inspiration level to it. There's a draw of people. You know, you're driving down the street and you see this giant salamander on the wall and you drive closer. You know, maybe you see that you want, oh, I'm hungry now that I'm here. Let's eat downtown.
And the people who own these buildings agree. They say it might help bring more people downtown, possibly helping local businesses.
We're trying to rebuild our downtowns like many other communities, and this just brings attention. It brings some bright colors, something to get everyone talking about. Just brings a little life to downtown.
The volunteers who help design and paint the murals include students from the local college and high school, possibly the next generation of mountain artists.
I had one young lady come up to me crying. She said she didn't realize that was a possibility in Eastern Kentucky. Working with the high school students at Harlan County High School and talking to some of them, and they were just so amazed that an artist could live here and work here and make a living here and stay here.
A project that will be enjoyed for generations to come. This year's Mural Fest includes 4 murals painted on 2 different buildings. The theme for the artwork is flora and fauna. The event will wrap up Wednesday. Organizers hope to make it a yearly event. The Prestonsburg City Council is planning an ordinance to protect animals after a local business owner raised concerns during last week's City Council meeting. Sheena Maynard, owner of Lou's Place for Pets, asked the City Council to consider an ordinance that would make it illegal for anyone in the city limits to leave their pets unattended in a hot car. She says the issue is more prevalent than many people think and could be a death sentence to animals.
We want to implement strict rules and a fine to keep people from allowing their dogs to suffer.
The Prestonsburg City Council is working on an ordinance to address the issues. Mayor Les Stapleton says the ordinance is a good idea. About 2 weeks ago, we told you about Richard Fluke, a man who died in Hazard without any known family members. Here is one of the only photos of Richard. He was to be buried in a county cemetery unless there was verification. He was a veteran, as he told people at the nursing home he was. After days of digging, it turned out he was indeed a veteran, and today he was given a proper burial at the Veterans Cemetery in Hyden. WYMT's Connor James shows us a glimpse of the funeral and the outpouring of support from surrounding communities.
I don't think he realizes how much family he really has. When we first started following the story of specialist Richard Fluke, the nursing home was trying to locate the family. It pleases me very much to look around and see how much family showed up today. This is more than our normal services. It obviously shows that he meant a lot to you guys, and it also shows that family is more than just blood.
One by one, they go into the great beyond. Their departure leaves our hearts heavy with sorrow. Assembled here to find the final resting place of our departed comrade, Richard, let us give heed to the words of our chaplain.
O Lord, our God, whose days are without end, and whose mercy is everlasting. You are the refuge of our souls, the strength of our lives, and our portion forever. And bring us finally through your grace into your united comradeship of everlasting life, world without end. Amen.
Comrade, take shoot! Order, pour!
Though we walk through the valley of shadow of death, we will fear no evil, for you are with us. Veteran of war, well done. Your glorious warfare past. The battle's fought, the race is won, and you are crowned at last.
The flag draped over Richard Fluke's casket, which is typically given to family, was given to members of the Hazard Nursing Home where Richard spent his final days. Big Blue Nation welcomed in some of their idols today. The Big Blue Caravan stopped at Hazard City Hall today to sign autographs and take pictures with some of Hazard and Perry County's members of BBN. Coaches from the gymnastics team, men's and women's soccer, and women's basketball head coach Matthew Mitchell were in town showing their appreciation for Eastern Kentucky.
You know, every house has a UK flag. It's just really woven into the fabric of this part of the Commonwealth, and it's very special. We always have people encouraging us and supporting us from Eastern Kentucky, and so we're very grateful to be here today.
The Big Blue Nation Caravan will continue with more stops this week. A full look at your forecast is coming up next.